I'm making this video to address some of the concerns I have with the paper industry. I would like to see paper products transition to hemp. When I was younger, I was in an ISC IEP class for people with disabilities. I have a disability myself, and I'm just advocating for those with disabilities to be able to attend school without being discriminated against. Right now, they're saying that people that aren't vaccinated are not allowed to attend school. Also, that people that aren't potty trained are not to be able to attend school, and I disagree. When I was going to school, there was a lot of people who weren't potty trained that still were able to go to school. We had EA teachers that were like teachers but more like PSWs that helped us with toileting issues. Back in the early 2000s, there were people that still wore diapers that were going to school, but we had EAs and PSW support teachers that helped us. The regular teachers did not have to change diapers. This right here also causes a lot of incontinence with people because they're denied washroom breaks in school. The same thing is being done in nursing homes with diapers. They're rationing diapers in nursing homes. This is unacceptable behavior that they're rationing toilet paper and diapers. This was 2009, and they're saying the same thing today in 2024. I believe that it's the health officials' job to get children to be potty trained. I believe that if we have doctors and nurses at the schools, then they'll be able to change diapers and look after the issues that they have with people who aren't potty trained. But I don't think it's acceptable to deny someone an education because they're not potty trained. This is what they called our generation, Generation Diaper. I don't understand because I don't think that potty training should be forced. I think you should be able to learn on your own. I don't think you should force potty training. I agree parents should help potty train their kids, but I don't agree that you should force the kid to be potty trained. All over the internet, you hear teachers and mothers talking about this issue, but what you don't hear is that if you don't have control, it doesn't matter if it's in a diaper or in your pants, it's still incontinence. And without control, you'll never be potty trained. The body needs to be able to control its fluids before you can be potty trained. So if you're having control issues, most likely you'll always have those issues unless you're able to have control. I don't think blaming a diaper is going to solve this issue. It's not the diaper's fault for incontinence issues. It's the human body, and when it's ready to be trained to be able to hold its solid waste and its urine, it doesn't matter if you wear diapers or not. If you're unable to do that, then you're unable to do that. And there's no forcing it. You can't force someone to have control. This is for adults, and they're giving it to people with incontinence. And I think that this is going to make people worse because pills have side effects, and the side effects from these pills is going to make it even worse. And no, you shouldn't have to fight for your special needs kid to be able to go to school. But there's a lot of people that are saying that if you're not potty trained, then you don't get to come to school. Or if you're not vaxxed, you don't get to go to school, which I don't agree with. These are examples of conservative parents who think it's okay to beat their kids to be potty trained. They think that it's okay to mentally abuse their kid to be potty trained, which is unacceptable.
Okay, parents, we have a question for you this morning. Should children be required to be potty trained before they go to school? Teachers in Buffalo say more and more kids are coming to school without potty training, and it's the teachers who are cleaning up the mess. All new at 6:30, our education reporter Josh Bazan taking a closer look at the issue and why the district has no policy in place.
Counting, ABCs, shapes and colors, all things pre-K and kindergarten teachers are used to teaching. But now, many Buffalo teachers say they're tackling toilet troubles more and more often.
The bottom line on it is, as far as I'm concerned, that children should come to school potty trained. If they're not, it's not the kid's fault.
President of the Buffalo Teachers Federation, Phil Rumore, recently surveyed teachers across Buffalo public schools. Teachers say it's becoming more common to have pre-K or kindergarten students coming to school in diapers with no potty training experience. Some teachers and teacher aides are finding themselves changing diapers or helping clean up accidents, prompting sanitation concerns for teachers and students.
What do I do? A child soils himself in my class. Who's going to clean the child up and work with the child and the parents? And apparently there's no answer because there is no policy.
The state education
There
department
used to be
says
EAs
no
and
schools can
assistants
turn children
and
away in
PSWs
pre-K
to
or
help.
kindergarten just because they are not potty trained. Buffalo Public Schools says in a statement, "We're willing to continue to dialogue with the aides and their representation in the future to hear their concerns and see if we can find common ground." Right now, the district only has potty training support policies geared towards students with disabilities.
There has to be somebody that's going to work with the parents to potty train, teach them how to potty train their child. And also that there needs to be a policy that's established by the district.
In Buffalo, Josh Bazan, 7 Eyewitness News.
Under normal circumstances, parents usually potty train their children at 1.5 to 3 years. Parents are constantly trying to get rid of this thing so that their child quickly become independent. However, in some countries, it seems like parents are not in a hurry to toilet train the kids, and educators don't seem very happy about it. Teachers in Switzerland
As a parent,
are
I think you
concerned
should
that
try to
some
potty train your
11-year-olds
kid, but
are
you
not
can't
toilet
force them
trained.
to.
Reports have indicated that teachers are frustrated with the constant need to assist these almost
You can't force a
teenagers
child
use
to
the
be potty
restroom,
trained.
and
You can teach
particularly
them, but you can't
situations
force them.
involving soiled garments. Teachers have emphasized the ability to independently manage personal hygiene as an important life skill that contributes to self-reliance and confidence.
Are some signs the child is not ready?
Signs they're not ready would be a child who hides to poop. This is really common, more common than most people think, but a child who in the middle of playing in the playroom will go off behind the couch with their diaper on and just poop in their diaper behind the couch. A lot of parents take that as a readiness sign. They knew they had a sensation in their tummy, they had time to get somewhere, but what is actually suggested is that they're physically ready. They feel the sensation, they have time to get somewhere, but they're not psychologically ready. They're hiding it from you. They're saying, I'm ready to do this, but not with you yet.
I agree
So the
with
idea is
that.
you
I
might
think
wanna
that
use the videos and
you
the
should wait
storybooks at
until
that
they're
point
ready
get
to
them
be potty
more
trained, not
interested in
force
the
people.
process. Another sign children aren't quite ready is a child who will willingly sit on the potty for 10 or 15 minutes, but then stand up and poop on the floor or pee on the floor nearby. That, again, is really common. It frustrates parents because they think the child was holding it. What tends to be happening, though, is that the child who was sitting on the potty was feeling nervous and tense, and their muscles were tight. And so when you're feeling nervous and tense and your muscles are tight, you can't go. And then somebody lets them off that thing and they go, oh, thank goodness I'm up. And then they go because their muscles relax. So the idea is parents should often say, let's sit and relax. Let's sit and read a story. And so you're reading a new storybook while they sit on the potty rather than sit and try. Sit and try can be a big struggle. Another sign that they're not ready is they're just struggling against you. They're screaming, they don't want to go potty, they're yelling, they're upset when you're taking off their diaper to try to go into the bathroom. If they're doing that, the idea is that they're not ready. You want to give them a while and wait till they're more willing to be in the process.
A study has found that some children as old as 11 are still wearing nappies to school. Unions say that toilet training children should be happening at home and that teachers are just there to teach. Sky's Awa Hirsch reports.
Primary school teachers know all about getting their hands dirty, but is changing nappies a step too far? We have learned that a significant number of children over the age of 5 are still coming to school wearing one.
We find that more and more children have an issue with toileting or toilet training, certainly further up the school. Everybody's so busy that some of the basic skills that children need to have before they start school, they're not having, such as the toilet training we talked about, using knife and fork cutlery, holding a paintbrush, very simple basic skills.
We commissioned a survey of 600 primary school teachers in England. 9% of the heads and deputy heads that took part told us a child aged 5 to 7 has worn a nappy to their school in the past year, while 4% say a child aged 7 to 11 has worn one to school. the figures don't include children with a mental or physical disability.
It also
It's not
doesn't
uncommon for
include
older
the people
children
who
to have
can't
problems
afford
with
diapers
bedwetting,
either.
a separate issue that can be really upsetting for families. Products like this may be labelled as if that's what they're designed for, but what teachers are telling us is that the availability of nappies in large sizes is simply making it easier for parents to send their children to school without having taught them to use the toilet.
I disagree.
I think it is a bit worrying. Somebody's not trying very hard, are they?
I don't think it's the parents that aren't trying. I think it's that the child's not ready.
Relying on nappies may seem like an easier option for parents struggling to successfully toilet train their children, but schools are increasingly worried that their pupils' development is being slowed down. Primary school teachers know all about getting their hands dirty, but is changing nappies a step too far? We have learned that a significant number of children over the age of 5 are still coming to school wearing one.
We find that more and more children have an issue with toileting or toilet training, certainly further up the school. Everybody's so busy that some of the basic skills that children need to have before they start school, they're not having, such as the toilet training we talked about, using knife and fork cutlery, holding a paintbrush, very simple basic skills.
We commissioned a survey of 600 primary school teachers in England. 9% of the heads and deputy heads that took part told us a child aged 5 to 7
I had toileting
has worn a
issues
nappy
in
to
my
their school
youth,
in the past
and there
year,
were times I went to
while
school and I didn't
4%
have
say a
nappies
child aged 7
or
to
diapers,
11 has worn one to
and
school.
I
The figures
soiled my
don't include
pants
children with a
or
mental
peed
or
my
physical
pants, and I didn't
disability.
have diapers
It's an
because we couldn't
incredibly
afford
serious
them
situation
all the
because there
time.
have been known of children that have lost 25% of their education within
So
the
that's
first
not
year
being
of
included
reception,
in this discussion
because they've been taken
either.
out of the classroom to be changed. We have 14, 15-year-olds that also still have continence issues.
Are those medical related issues?
No.
A continence issue is medical issue. Just to let you
Professionals
know.
say it's relatively affluent families where both parents have busy working lives who are most affected.
There are more and more products like this available on the market. Nappies which are designed for older children. In this case, for teenagers. These go up to 15 and they even have pictures of boys skateboarding on the pack.
That's
Teachers
because
say
there's
these
15-year-olds
are
with
part of the problem.
incontinence issues
There's less
and potty
incentive
training
for
issues.
parents to toilet train their children at a young age, knowing that they can continue using these.
I think it is a bit worrying. Somebody's not trying very hard, are they?
I don't know what to say for that.
Years and years and years of blaming parents and blaming diapers. It's not a solution to solve this crisis at all. Over and over and over and over and over again, we're going to blame parents and we're going to blame diapers or pull-ups.
Relying on nappies
It's
may
not
seem like
the
an easier
pull-up or the
option for
nappy
parents
or the
struggling to
diaper's fault
successfully toilet train
that your
their
kid
children.
is not
But
toilet
schools
trained.
are increasingly worried that their pupils'
adult.
development is being slowed down. Ethel Hirsch, Sky News.
These kinds of videos also don't help the situation either.
I can shorten my pants as much as I want and sing and laugh, because I'm going to be a star one day. My parents make me live in a tree, and when people walk by, I poop on them, and then I fly away. Mommy, I know you want me to be a dancer one day, but I just want to pee my pants and think about the meaning of life. Some people say I'm like a brunette Shirley Temple. I don't know who that is, but I have excessive diarrhea. I'm actually 21 years old, and everyone in my sorority wears diapers so we can drink so much we can black out and poop our pants. My farts are so powerful, my daddy says I'm gonna land on the moon one day. Here we go. Woo. I'm not a normal little boy. I live inside of a snail shell, and everywhere I go, leave
How
a
is
trail
this
of
funny?
poop
This
behind
is
me.
like
I will
totally
pull out this poop
discrimination
diaper
against
and
people with
throw it right in your face.
disabilities
Oh,
and
I'm
kids and
kidding.
everyone else.
I will.
Then you see videos like this that encourage you not to buy pull-ups